Who hasn't been surprised by an event that changed everything? Or even something unassuming becoming something profound and real? That's what we're going to see in today's story. Come with me and let's discover together how a simple bet led Philip and Kathleen to find true love, showing that even the most unusual challenges can lead us to the path of happiness. Let's go. A seducer is someone who knows how to use tricks to temporarily win another person's heart. He always thinks he'll get what he wants, even with selfish intentions. It was with this idea that Philip approached Kathleen. But in the end, he fell into his own trap. On a busy night, with lights flashing and laughter everywhere, there was Philip. He had eyes that shone like stars and a smile that enchanted like the music of mermaids. Philip was famous at all the parties for being a great conqueror, an expert in seduction. His charm was irresistible to all the women he met. But one night, something different happened. Philip looked into Kathleen's eyes and saw something special. It wasn't the fleeting desire he was used to awakening, but a calm light, a serene glow that made him question everything he had believed until then. Philip came closer, with that confident smile he always used to win someone over. But this time he was taken aback by words that felt like an icy winter breeze. Looking for an easy conquest, he said, "You look interesting, I really want to get to know you better." Kathleen was surprised by Philip's direct approach. She already knew him by sight and was aware of his reputation as a conqueror. She knew that he used his charm to attract women and then let them go. With a serious look on her face, she replied firmly, but in a calm voice, "Yeah, I'm not interested." Philip raised an eyebrow, surprised that he had lost control. "Don't you know I can take you to a world of endless fun?" he said, with a defiant tone. Kathleen faced him firmly and replied, "You just want to have fun. I'm not the kind of person who's looking for that." He didn't give up right away, my friends. With a penetrating gaze, he declared, "What if I told you I could make you fall in love with me?" Kathleen laughed, not believing what she was hearing, and replied, "That will never happen." "Are you sure?" "It is Ed." She, loving the fact that she was rejecting him, replied with a touch of sarcasm, "I wouldn't fall in love with you if you were the only man on earth." After recovering from the sentence that had made him uncomfortable, Philip proposed a challenge. "Well, if you're so sure that you'll never fall in love with me, I'll challenge you to a bet. You agree to date me and, if in a month you're not completely in love with me, I'll give you $100,000 and we'll never have to see each other again." Kathleen, between laughter and disbelief, continued to challenge her. "I have no doubt that you'll waste your time and money on this bet." "Fine. If that's what you want. Done." She agreed not because she wanted the money, but because she saw the bet as an opportunity to show that she wasn't impressed by a man who conquered many people. Over the next few weeks, Kathleen experienced happy moments, full of affection and attention from Philip. Little gestures like breakfast in bed, love notes hidden in her favorite book, and walks under the starry sky. He was intense in everything. He didn't waste the chance to promote genuine and sincere affection. Kathleen, who thought she'd find arrogance, was surprised by Philip's humility. She expected games, but found sincerity. With every shared smile and long look, she discovered a side of him that intrigued her, arousing her curiosity to find out more. Time unfolded in days and nights of meetings and conversations, where every moment was a delicate dance between past and present, between desire and caution. Philip took her to places she had never thought of going, introduced her to people whose lives seemed so different from hers, but whose stories touched her heart like old songs she hadn't heard in a long time. She resisted, using all her defenses, but he remained persistent, like a gardener who patiently tends a flower that is reluctant to bloom. And he didn't push her, he didn't force her into anything, but he was always there, by her side. Kathleen tried to resist, but her heart, so used to solitude, began to beat differently when he was around. His smiles became wider, his gazes longer, as if she were trying to unravel the mysteries behind those eyes that watched her with such interest. But it was on a rainy afternoon that everything changed. Philip ran out into the storm, just to bring her the book she had mentioned a few days earlier. Kat Helen then felt the wall around her heart crumble. The rainwater mixed with tears, she didn't even know she was holding back, and in his arms she found comfort. There were only 2 days left of the month-long bet. Philip, the boy who had promised to make Kat Helen fall in love, because he was a very seductive man and all women surrendered to his charm, found himself completely conquered, not by the bet, but by the sweeping power of love, something he had never imagined. Kat Helen, even though she was in love with him, resisted the feeling that was growing inside her. At their last meeting, to decide what would happen to the future of their unlikely relationship, Kat Helen, when asked about her feelings, lied and said, "Today is the last day we'll see each other, Philip. I won the bet because I'm not in love with you. I proved that, despite everything you've done to win me over, I'm not a woman who lets herself be fooled by love games." With great sadness, he confessed, "Kat Helen, I got into this relationship just to seduce you, but now I'm caught in the trap I set for you. I never thought I could fall in love, but my love for you is intense. I'm sorry I didn't manage to win you over, and I accept my defeat with a broken heart." She, feeling a brief taste of victory, said, "I hope this teaches you not to play with people's feelings." He transferred the agreed money to his bank account and sadly left. Over the next few days, she was happy to have won the bet, but as she got used to his constant absence, at the weekend the loneliness and the lack of Philip brought her to tears. She was missing him terribly. She felt like calling him and admitting that he was the one who had won the bet, but pride made her give up on the idea. She bitterly missed the man she had learned to love. Days passed and turned into months. She never heard from him again, although she couldn't get him out of her mind. 3 months after the bet ended, unable to bear the lack of news from him any longer, she picked up her cell phone and made the call. "Hi Philip, how are you?" she asked. He was surprised to receive a call from someone who had agreed not to have contact with him. "What about you? What happened to make you break our rule of not talking to each other?" At first not knowing how to express that she missed him, Kat Helen finally managed to speak in a pleading voice, "I'd really like to see you. There's something very important I need to tell you." He, trying to avoid any more pain from not having her near, said, "It's better if we don't meet again, Kat Helen. I'm suffering a lot from unrequited love and it's hard to deal with this pain. We'd better not see each other." Realizing how hurt he was, she begged, "Please Philip, I really need to talk to you." After much insistence, he agreed to come to her apartment. When she saw him come in, she couldn't contain her smile and her overwhelming desire to hug him, but he remained serious and distant. "I'm here. What do you want to tell me so much?" he asked. In a voice full of love, she began to explain, "I'm going to be blunt and tell you that I lied, Philip. I cheated on the bet. I didn't win. I'm completely in love with you." He was surprised to hear this. At these words, a previously sad and downcast face suddenly lit up, overflowing with happiness. He hugged her and kissed her. It was a kiss full of forgiveness, because in love there are no winners or losers, just two hearts that have found their home in each other. And so, between laughter and tears, between heaven and earth, they discovered the true meaning of love. And when the sun rose in the sky, spreading its golden light everywhere, they realized that the bet had turned into something special, a forever commitment, confirmed not by words, but by the silent certainty that their hearts beat together in perfect harmony. Philip and Kat Helen learned that true love is not based on bets or games, but on the sincerity of shared feelings. Over time, they built a life together, facing challenges and celebrating achievements, always remembering the journey that led them to meet. If you liked this love story between Philip and Kat Helen, come and find out more exciting stories like this one. Visit our channel to see more incredible content, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss anything new. Click here to subscribe now. Thanks for watching.